Okay, so the first reason is that the product that Jerome is selling, it's a bad product. He's sacrificing his integrity and his morality in exchange for money. That's a sellout. Both of these games are just completely riddled to the core with other advertisements and an absurd amount of microtransactions. It's ungodly, the amount that there are. Now, to most people, this isn't really a problem. You can just avoid them because we have a concept of currency and how much money is worth. Kids don't. That's his primary audience. His primary audience is children, and most children don't have a firm grasp on the concept of money and how much something like money is worth. So they'll see something, they'll see a big, shiny, flashy button that says, largest pile of gems for $49.99, and they'll fucking click it with no considerations because it's just a number. It doesn't register in their minds the same way it does for someone else. Jerome is very aware of this. He'd have to be like a vegetable to not see that. He is intentionally misleading his audience into playing a game that seems fun thanks to these, I don't want to say misleading advertisements, but they're very buttoned up. They conveniently gloss over the fact that there's all of these microtransactions and wait times and, you know, the things that make the game not a game. And so, of course, all of these kids go, oh, that looks fun. They go to play, and then they see that there's wait times, and they're like, well, I don't want to wait, because I'm a kid. I don't have an attention span. And so they're like, oh, this thing speeds it up. I'm going to go buy that. $40? Sure, why not? Psh, not my money. I don't even know what money is. And then they do that. It's a wait time simulator that is glossed up to be a game. Like, you're not meant to play it. They give you the excuse like, oh, it's an idle game. You're not meant to play it. You're just meant to give us your credit card info so you can spend $50 to speed up shit that doesn't matter. Obviously, I know that Jerome is being told to say this, but he has the option to not do it. He could just not do it. Like, he doesn't have to sell this intentionally money-greedy product. This intentionally predatory product towards children that lure them in and then grasp at their parents' credit card so they can just feed them money. Just drain them dry. Jerome does not believe in what he is selling. He is sacrificing his authenticity. This is by far the most egregious offense. I saw a comment that said, oh, maybe he just likes the products and he wants to promote it or something like that. No. Okay, listen. If that was the case, tell me why you cannot find a single video of him playing AFK Arena. Tell me why you can only find 2 videos of Ulala on his channel, and it's just the ones that he was paid to make. Yeah, it's curious, isn't it? If you were to walk into a car dealership to buy a car, there's a good fucking chance that your salesman is gonna be driving one of their cars. If you walk into a Honda dealership, I'd put money down that that salesman is most likely driving a Honda. You believe in what you're selling, or at the very least, provide a convincing veil that you believe in what you're selling. He doesn't even try to make it seem like he believes in these games outside of this manufactured schlock produced by his ever-moving jowls. The first sign of a scummy salesman is someone who does not believe in what they're selling, or at the very least, can't understand what they're selling. I can almost guarantee that Jerome hasn't even played AFK Arena, and I'm honestly leaning towards the fact that he probably even hasn't played Ulala either. I'd put money on it. I'm pretty sure it was just stock footage provided by the developers. They told him what to say, they gave him a script. They were like, just talk. Just talk about this shitty game. Lie to your audience like you played the game. Oh, I love this game. It's the best game I've ever played. You guys should go download it so you can give them money and they can steal your parents' credit card money and they won't refund it because technically you did give it to them because you should have had your credit card information on the iPad to begin with. And then all of a sudden, and hey, my hands are clean. My hands are washed. That ain't shit to do with me. I got my check. And I bounced. I don't give a fuck about it. Jerome definitely has options. A channel with over 5 million subscribers and 600,000 views average a day is certainly receiving numerous amounts of sponsorship options a month. He may not accept all of them. In fact, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He might be contractually obligated to not accept any sponsorships while this is still going on, whatever the case. I can say without a shred of a doubt that he definitely receives other offers. Because, here's the thing, companies don't know what a dead channel is. They just see numbers. They look at numbers. They're like, wow, he's one of the most subscribed gaming channels on the entire platform, and he has this many views a day. Yes, we should definitely sponsor to him. And I can guarantee that he receives plenty of other sponsorship options besides these shitty-ass games. The only reason why he picks them is because they pay a little bit more. I mean, I could take, you know, one of these actually decent sponsorship offers that you see everywhere. And like, every single channel has these. It'll be like Squarespace, or Manscaped, or Blue Apron, or Dollar Shave Club, or Audible, or Honey, and, you know, and anything of those sorts. Those are sponsored everywhere. Those companies reach out to channels with like 200,000 subscribers, and a third of the daily views that Jerome has. So he has no... that's why I say, can guarantee you that they've reached out, or a company very similar has also reached out. Like, there's a reason why Raid Shadow Legends is clowned on by, like, literally everyone, because it's a shitty game. They try to get sponsored with everyone, but everyone knows it's a shitty game. And guess what? A lot of people don't fucking take the sponsorship. So it's not a coincidence that you get all of those good companies, or at least semi-okay companies that I listed previously, on a majority of, like, every single channel that you watch. Versus Raid Shadow Legends and, I don't know, maybe like Vikings, War of Clans, or some shit like that. Maybe in like one in every like 60 channels. There's no coincidence. The other ones are just better. Like, I've seen videos of 3 YouTubers off the top of my head that I can think of that made videos about turning down Raid Shadow Legends. Some Ordinary Gamers, Drew Gooden, D'Angelo Wallace. Boom. And I'm sure that if I really thought about it, I could think of like 15 more. I am certain he has received these offers and turned it down because they only offered him 5,000, but Ulala was like, we'll give you 7,500, and he's like, ooh, money, I like money. So no, he did not run out of options. In summary, had he just taken a sponsorship deal from like fucking Blue Apron or Squarespace, I wouldn't give a shit. That's fine, everyone does that. They're good companies, they have a good product, whatever. But instead he chooses this shitty fucking game. That's why it pisses me off. Refusal to adapt. Jerome's content has not changed since I was a kid, and his views are still probably about the same that they were. His subscriber gain has all but stopped. So obviously, something is very wrong. Instead of, oh, I don't know, trying something new and attempting a new genre, like, oh man, who's that one person that I know and Jerome definitely knows? Oh yeah, that guy? Gee, it's like you should figure out what's working and what isn't, and then change to adapt to work with that. Instead, he took the easy way out. Shill and make easy money from a shitty game. Okay. Jerome is fine. I've checked his Social Blade, and I've worked out a rough monthly income for Jerome. Social Blade estimates that his monthly income is anywhere between 5.1k a month, which is the absolute minimum that he could get, or 80.9 thousand a month. This is where I might start to lose a few of you, because I'm going to start throwing out numbers really fast. So the low end of that, 5.1k, is based off of a CPM of 25 cents. CPM essentially means every time his video gets 1,000 views, he gets about 25 cents. This is one of the lowest ones that you can get, and it's basically reserved for channels that YouTube thinks aren't super friendly for advertisers, or maybe don't have high watch times, or whatever. They just kind of push those aside. They're like, yeah, we'll give you ads, but we don't really fucking like. However, Jerome is a little bit different, because he is, a family-friendly YouTuber. YouTube really fucking like those guys. He is a Minecraft YouTuber. YouTube really fucking like those guys. All of his videos are over 10 minutes. Oh yeah, they also really fucking like those guys too. Meaning that he is in the upper echelon of advertising as far as CPM is concerned for YouTube. So I came to a rough estimate of about a CPM of 275. It's probably about realistic, give or take maybe 15 cents. Either way, could be more, could be less. This gives us a rough monthly income of, are you ready for this fucking bombshell? $56,100 a fucking month. A month! Now, I understand that he has YouTube editors as well, and I'm pretty sure he actually has 2 of them. So, I did a little digging. It looks like the average salary for a YouTube editor is about $4,000 a month. After his $8,000 editor expenditure, he's going to be looking at $48,100 a month. For those unaware, because I understand that there are quite a bit of kids watching this, thanks to the fact that this guy is in the video, that is a fucking ass ton of money. That is a metric shitload of money. Like, YouTubers never talk about how much money they make because they make it feel like they lose their relevancy, or they lose transparency, or it makes them seem like they're not as relatable anymore, they're not as fun to watch. So they tend to kind of keep it under lock. They don't tend to show it as much as they can, and so obviously Jerome would deny this number. But Social Blade tends to be pretty fucking accurate when it comes to these things, so yeah, I'm gonna assume that's a pretty realistic number. Obviously, give or take, a margin for error for about 5,000. But yeah, he's doing just fucking fine. He doesn't need money, he's not strapped for cash. He has advertisement offers, I can guarantee it, for way better companies. Why doesn't he pick them? Fucking God knows. Maybe because he is just a shitty person, and he really does just care only about the money, and doesn't want to take a $5,000 sponsorship for a good company. No, he wants a $10,000 sponsorship for a fucking shit pile. He's a goddamn sellout, and it's disgusting. You know, I think the worst thing about this whole situation is that he's just trying to pretend like it didn't happen, just like sweep it all under the rug, you know? He's like, it's just, he did the ads and then he just dipped the fuck out with no looking back. He doesn't mention it at all on his channel, at all. I looked, I watched like 4 or 5 other videos and kind of like loosely skimming them, like just kind of looking for key moments, and not once did I hear the word AFK Arena or Ulala come up. So it's very obvious that he just did the ads, got his check, and left. He didn't fucking care about the project that he was doing. He didn't care about anything that he was doing. Like, he did it, and then now he's just trying to fucking pretend that it didn't. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Just get it out of the way. Why would he hide it up? If he's proud of it, why would he hide it? Why do people ever hide stuff? What's the reason that someone ever hides a thing? Is it because they're ashamed of something? They're disappointed with themselves? They know that something was wrong? Could that be it? Could that be the reason? He just doesn't give a shit about the ad. He does the ad and he gets the fuck out. And I'm not saying you need to care about the ad that you have to do, but you at least need to put a little bit of effort in. I'm gonna go back to the fucking sponsorships for like Blue Apron and all of those like good sponsors. The one that comes to my mind just because I saw one of his videos today is Drew Gooden. At the beginning of his videos, he says who the video is sponsored by. Oh, stick around till the end of the video. He doesn't have to do that. He could just throw that ad in the end of the video where he knows no one is going to watch it and pay no attention to it, completely disregard it. But no, it shows that even if it's not intentional, it gives the message to the audience that he at least gives a little bit of a shit about it, and they're more likely to pay attention to it and to watch it and to really, take in what's happening. And at the best, maybe he really does care about the product. Maybe he really does think that people need it and that it is a good product. It's little things like that. Or like when YouTubers lead in a creative way. Like if their sponsors like Blue Apron, and then like they're in conversation, like podcasts do it all the time. Or they'll be talking and then like somehow they'll get to the conversation of like food and then cooking at home, and then oh, it's such a chore, oh my god, and then like you have to go out and get the supplies. Thankfully Blue Apron does all of that for you, and then they lead into the whole fucking thing. Again, I have no issue if he just does like one of those, a Blue Apron, honey, any one of those. I don't care. Everyone does that. It's fine. Everyone needs a little bit of extra cash. If I got offered $10,000 to do a shitty mobile game ad right now, maybe I'd do it. I'm not gonna say definitely. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. And then people in the comments will be like, oh, fucking get over yourself. You'd obviously do it, as if they fucking know who I am or my moral principles or my fucking values. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. The thing is, I don't even have to worry about that as a hypothetical coming up, because that's not even in the realm of possibility for me right now. The only people that get offered shit like that are people that are already in good positions or in a good position to make a fuck ton of money. Fucking ridiculous. I said in part 2 that I don't think he's scummy or I don't think he's a bad person. I'm kind of starting to change my mind. I wouldn't say that he's a bad person. He's pretty scummy though. And as far as any excuse that can be made, I've already fucking covered it. Oh, he needs money. No, he doesn't. No, even if he really does, there are 15 other sponsorship offers that I guarantee he has. For every one of those shitty mobile game ads, I can guarantee he could have made 15 other way better ones for way better companies that were less shitty and less scummy. But no, he wanted the quick buck. The easy one. The fucking tag him and bag him, get the fuck out of there, not even worry about it at all. No regard for morality, integrity, authenticity, the product that you're fucking selling, its quality, none of that shit. If you're selling a product, you are forever attached to that product until that fucking company dies. Whether you want to be or not, you're forever attached to that. if any fucking negative shit ever comes out about that, and you somehow get caught in the crossfire, that also becomes your fault. Who the fuck wants that on their consciousness? Who wants that on their back? I'm done, with at least this guy in particular. We got a fuck ton of new subscribers over the weekend and during the beginning of the week, so to all of you guys, holy fuck, thank you so much. Please make sure you stick around. Check all of, like, the extra shit. I have so much other fucking variety of content on this channel, so just go and check that out.